A dream.
Once a dream did weave a shade over my angel-guarded bed, that an emmet lost its way, where on grass methought I lay, troubled, wildered and forlorn, dark benighted, travel-worn, over many a tangled spray, all heartbroke I heard her say, "Oh my children, do they cry? Do they hear their father sigh? Now they look abroad to see, and return and weep for me." Pitying, I dropped a tear, and I saw the glowworm near, who replied, "What wailing white calls the watchman of the night?" I am set to light the ground, while the beetle goes his round. Now follow the beetle's hum, little wanderer, hie thee home. Hie thee home, hie thee home, hie thee home, hie thee home.
Pretty weird poem, isn't it? It's about an emmet or an ant that's lost its way, and the poet is dreaming by an angel-guarded bed. So the poet is having a sort of vision in his dream of perhaps what an angel would want him to see. Remember, we've had images of angels throughout the songs of innocence, in Night, and perhaps possibly the angel in the introduction, who's the child in the cloud. We've got the cradle song talking about angels, and here we've got the poet dreaming, and he dreams that an emmet or an ant lost its way, where the poet is lying on grass, troubled, wildered and forlorn, dark, benighted, travel-worn, over many a tangled spray, all heart-broke I heard us say. So this poor emmet or ant is troubled, wildered, bewildered, confused, forlorn, very sad or unhappy. They're dark, benighted, they are living in night, and they're very travel-worn. They've been travelling far too long over many a tangled spray. They're lost in sort of brambles, tangled spray of twigs or brambles, all heartbroken, and the ant is heartbroken. And then the ant speaks. "Oh my children, do they cry? Do they hear their father sigh? Now they look abroad to see, and return and weep for me." So the ant has lost their children, her children, and do they cry? Do they hear their father sigh? Well, she's wondering, what's happened to them? Are they crying? Are they hearing their father sighing? Now they look abroad to see, and return and weep for me. They're weeping because they've lost their mother. Pitying, I dropped a tear, but I saw a glowworm near. So the poet who's dreaming starts crying in his dream, doesn't he? But then he sees a glowworm nearby, who replied, "What wailing white calls the watchman of the night?" So what wailing white is person who's calling him the watchman of the night. He's a glowworm, he's someone who's glowing in the dark, so he's sort of like a watchman. "I am set to light the ground, where the beetle goes his round. Follow now the beetle's hum, little wanderer, hie thee home." I'm going to light the ground, and while the beetle is going around, and follow the beetle's hum, and he's saying, you may well find your children if you follow the beetle as I light the way for you to do so. Little wanderer, get home. You'll find your home. So we have kind of a sense that the ant will get home by following the beetle by the glowworm's light, and all will be well. It is a very strange poem, isn't it? But it goes well with many of the visual images drawn on the plates, and in fact the plate for this one is quite weird and interesting to look at. I think what's interesting is we have another image of children being separated from their parents. It's an image that comes up again and again in Blake's poetry. We've got little boy lost, little girl lost, we've got other children being lost. We have here the mother losing her children, losing her way, and this is an idea that, you know, happiness truly is to be found in the home when children are united properly with their parents.
Once a dream did weave a shade over my angel